doing sound for Toby Hooper's film. He mixed the dialogue on that film. He also, I think, was responsible for recording all of the audio on set. He soon moved into other facets of filmmaking, editing, and specifically editing. He edited films a lot of films that we run here as midnight shows. Tourist Trap, and The Young Warriors, a really fun screening of The Young Warriors, which he edited. And then he soon started working for Charles Band for Empire Pictures, his new company. And he made his directorial debut directing a segment in the 1981 anthology film, The Dungeon Master. He directed the Desert Pursuit segment of that film. And it's also fitting that we are currently in the midst of a run of Nosferatu, the new film, because he has his own vampire films. Notably, he did the Subspecies series starting in 1991. 6 films, I think, in that series. Her film and TV career goes back to the late 70s when she was at television, when she was a teenager. My first exposure to her was on Z Channel when I was here in LA in the 80s, watching Better Off Dead and her incredibly memorable performance of the French exchange student family there. She went on to, her big role, first breakthrough role was in Last American Virgin. It's a film that we ran here as a midnight show as well. I'm not sure if she was here. Were you here for our Last American Virgin screening? We ran that about 15 years ago. It was really wonderful screening. M fell 2, Possession, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and a film that we just ran last year, How I Got into College. I think we were here for that. So she's been a frequent guest here on the stage. So please give a warm New Beverly welcome to introduce tonight's screening, the writer-director Ted Nicolau.
Thank you so much for coming out tonight.
I just want to say the best thing here is I can't believe how many people are here tonight. This makes me so happy, makes Ted and I so happy. We did this film so many years ago, and to see you all here, whether you're seeing it for the first time or you're seeing it again, thank you for coming in a midnight show. Like, that means, that warms my heart. How many of you are seeing it for the first time?
This could be like the disastrous opening night.
How many of you have seen the film before? Okay, good. All right. Wow. Okay, well, any questions? No, I don't know. I just want to say, first of all, I'm really happy to be here. I found out because a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, a guy who actually helped me get married because he woke my husband and I up and said, aren't you getting married? You gotta get on a plane. Anyway, he is here. He told me about this screening, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to be here. And then Ted, I think I told you, and then so this is all coming out of the love of this film, and for the love of Phil, who put this film out. So, word of mouth matters. Go and make sure you tell people the films that you like and you want to see, and maybe the actors come out, and it means a lot to us. So anyway, enough of me talking. Ted, go ahead.
Wait a minute, your character, Susie Putterman.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about how we put her together.
Okay, so this is a very fun character. You're about to see something that is, to me, a live action cartoon. Mm-hmm. Susie Putterman, when I actually met Ted, originally what happened is I got the script for Terrorvision, and I had finished Better Off Dead. And my hair was very short and curly, and then of course I was French, very French, we felt like it, and then I had to become American. But I saw this character, a punk rocker, valley girl, mixed kind of character, and I thought, oh my gosh, I would love to play this character. And I thought, but I don't look it. I'm not gonna. I thought this is just not. I just can't pull this off. But I thought, okay, I'm gonna just act it, and I'm just gonna go in. And thank goodness, Ted saw the character in me, and because I did not look like Susie, as you can.
No, you were normal.
I was totally normal girl. I was normal looking, but I loved the character so much, and I so committed, and I was so grateful that you got it, that you saw what I did. So then, Well, time passed. I got the film, and we were in Rome, and now we shot it in Rome. So, but there's no reference to Rome, by the way. You're not going to see anything from Italy or Rome at all. It was all interiors shot. But when we got there, and I got with the hair and makeup girl, that was where the magic happened. In the moment of being, Susie became Susie. It was like my personality and my character, and the hair person saying, you know, let's do a wig, and then, wait, maybe we could do another wig, and I'm like, let's do a third wig, and oh, and then all of a sudden it was like, okay, and then let's spray paint it. I mean, it was a real example of indie creation. And the beauty of indie films is the creation that happens when you're in the process of creating a film. I mean, and then the outfits and layering, and we'd go to Ted, and I'd say, like, Ted, what do you think of this? And like, I'd go with the makeup and hair person, and Ted went, yes! And I mean, it was such a collaborative experience, I think. And it was in the moment. So I just want to say, if you're an indie filmmaker, you know, you're not going to see everything when you start. You're going to, if you're a smart one, you're going to see the work in the process. Everything, it's the beauty of the creative process that makes the difference. And it makes things original, and it makes it that we're watching it today. You know, I don't know what to say. I have to just, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I just want to know how you came to cast me. I think that's like, that, you know, I never really asked you, like.
We were casting a wide net, and Belinda Carlisle was one of the people that we went to. But when Diane came in, she just had everything, kind of the bubbliness of Susie Putterman. Those of you who haven't seen it, sorry, we're telling you stuff that you will learn. But she also was capable of kind of the darkness of this girl and the self-centeredness of her. So she kind of blew me away in the audition process.
Yeah, I'm so glad. And then we had an amazing cast too. I couldn't believe we were working with Mary Warnoff, Garrett Graham, Chad Allen was so cute, the little boy in this, you see, he's adorable.
John Grice, the ever lovable John Grice in one of his early roles.
Yeah, John was is in Napoleon Dynamite. He plays Glorico. So if you don't know that, he plays my boyfriend. Okay, so you're gonna see him in the early days. And we had a blast. And so I guess just to let you know, we shot this film in Rome. How long did it take? Like there was a strike.
Like it was 4 weeks or something.
4 weeks.
25 days or something.
And everything was interior, and I remember the air conditioner we had to turn it off, and it was really hot, and we were sweating, and the monster was dripping. There's a big monster. It's a real monster. No CGI here. That's the other thing. So it's a big sweaty monster, and the air conditioner would turn off, and then they would be like, oh no, the monster, the goo is coming off. We got to put more goo on.
There was no air conditioning, in fact, no air conditioning in the sound stages there. We shot it at the old Dino De Laurentiis studios that he had abandoned. So it was kind of a wrecked studio with big sound stages and Barbarella spaceships kind of out in the field behind it, but no air conditioning and hot summer in Rome.
Yeah, July, August. It was rough, but it was so much fun. It was just so, and working with a real monster, not CGI, you know, so you had to like react, and then we had to get the angle, the shots, you know, back and forth. And then, how many people were in that monster?
I think there were 2 people sitting inside the monster, operating the eyes and the mouth. There were 3 more operating tentacles and various pincers and stuff like that. So it was a big group effort of a giant thing that could barely move around without leaving a trail of puddle behind it. Okay, so I just want to say, so I know it's late. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I could babble on for a few minutes, and I think I have to. This movie basically was inspired by my childhood love of horror films. by a few films that kind of haunted my childhood, because in those days, there was like 4 TV channels, and if you started a movie, you might catch it in the middle and not ever see the beginning. And that happened to me with a few films. One was the original Invaders from Mars, with its kind of nightmarish, expressionistic production design and a poor kid who nobody would believe. Another was 5,000 Fingers of Dr. Teal, another expressionistic, mad sort of a movie. I saw a trailer at a drive-in theater for Earth versus Flying Saucers. And to me, I was like a monster film nut as a kid. And it looked like the most incredible thing I'd ever get to see. And it never came to Dallas. So I never saw it until I was at the University of Texas. So I tried to put all of that love for those kind of movies into Terrorvision. But what was wonderful about Terrorvision was every step of the way, it was plussed by every person that worked on the film, from the amazing cast, which Diane, Garrett, Mary Warnoff, who Mary kind of heard that Garrett was playing the dad, and she was immediately on board the picture. Chad Allen, who was like the most pristinely beautiful little boy. John Grise, who was way too old to play Susie Putterman's boyfriend, but just won us in an audition because he could be so goofy, which he regretted, I think, later on when we were shooting. By the cinematographer Romano Albani, who had worked on many Italian horror films, with especially the production designer Giovanni Nautalucci, who came to LA, and we kind of went through a lot of photographs and traveled around LA a little bit and talked about swingers and porn houses, and went back to Italy and created a set that you will see if you haven't seen the film that was like the most crazed, cartoonish version of an American house. To the guys who created the monster, John Beekler, Cleve Hall, the monster was like a big battleground between me and John Beekler for a while, because I wanted something like completely stupid and lovable and dangerous and asymmetrical, and it took a lot of design work to kind of come up with the creature.
I'm so glad you did, because I love the creature. The creature is cute, okay? It's scary but cute, okay? It's something really special.
And you could look in the mouth and talk to him, because you were talking to the people that were inside, so it was like a real interaction. And also to the Fibonacci's, the incredible LA band Fibonacci's, who created this amazing main title song that just set you up for the movie in the most wonderful way. So there's so much more to say, but I won't say it, so we can watch the movie.
All right, everyone, I will say, here you go. I'd like to introduce Terrorvision.